come about and as we move on in today's show. Alex Radus is our musical guest. Alex, Happy New Year to you as well.
Happy New Year. Thanks for having me.
You have an awful big event coming up Saturday, January 21st. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, I'd love to. So I'm really excited to say that I'll be at Godfrey Daniels on, like you said, Saturday, January 21st at 8 p.m. I'm going to be doing a new kind of show. If you haven't seen me before, I do all original music. I do a lot of different styles of music, but I'm going to be doing something a little unique that Saturday night. Do a show that I'm calling Wander and Never Wonder Why, which is based on one of my song lyrics. And it's going to be a bit of a retrospective on most of my 20s I spent touring around the country. So I'm going to be reading some of the blog that I kept from tour. I'm going to be playing some of the songs that I was writing back then, some of the things that were inspiring me to get on the road back then. So
That's
it'll be
pretty
fun.
awesome. And Tyler, of course, who is a comedian, he understands what you're talking about and being on the road and performing in places like that. But having experienced all that, does that help you in your writing in terms of being able to put pen to paper?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, there's just no substitute for the who knows what's going to happen today adventure of being on the road. And it really does inspire a lot of songs. And, you just meet so many great people who, were strangers that morning and they're best friends by that evening. And so that's very inspirational as well.
Pretty awesome. So your music is going to tell that story. You're going to share a couple of those songs with us here this morning. What are you going to send us to break with?
Yeah, so I'm going to start with a song called Monongahela. And it's a song about a town that I grew up in over in western Pennsylvania. Okay. It's a boom and bust steel town, not unlike Bethlehem in our area, but it hasn't quite had the resurgence that we've had here. So this is a little bit of imagining what it might have been like for my grandparents' generation to be growing up there.
Stage is yours, young man.
All right. We went boom and we went bust before the rain could even rust the tin roof on the chicken shack that rang with the rumble of the railroad tracks. And we had laughter and we had war that killed every boy who lived next door. The whole town came to say goodbye as if one of their own had died. Oh, Monongahela, that's just how they raised you. You didn't take a selfie in old Monongahela. We made middle and fell in love. We prayed to the Steelers and God above. We worked hard, but we gave thanks. The shells that we made shattered Panzer tanks. Oh, that river that roared through here. The locomotives of molten steel, dried up, crazy as it sounds. In a dry riverbed we drowned. Oh, Monongahela, you played the cards they gave you. You learned to take a licking in old Monongahela. The kids grew up, the kids moved out. The new neighbors don't come around to beat the Axis on the battlefield. Couldn't beat the prices making steel. But there's a heartbeat in this town. It's just a few feet underground. The whole place don't seem so big. All we gotta do is dig in Monongahela. Play the cards they gave you. Learn to take a licking in old Monongahela. Yeah, Monongahela, bless the forge that made you. The river's always rolling in old Monongahela.
Alex Radus will be telling his story through music coming up at the Godfrey Daniels Saturday, January 21st. How old were you when you hit the road?
I was 19, I think.
Scared? Nervous? How would you
Not as
describe
much as
it?
I should have been. Yeah, cocky, overly confident.
Yeah. Tyler, I mentioned there's a similarity there, but being a comedian, standing up in front of people and being able to get laughs, huh?
I do more wandering and not knowing why, for sure. But I'm jealous of being able to play. That's like, I wish I had that.
Yeah, you said you didn't have a real good guitar experience
no.
as a youngster, huh?
I took lessons, and after 3, the guy told me I don't have it. He said I don't have what it takes.
Yeah, Alex, you had a different experience going the other way, huh?
Yeah, when I was playing basketball in middle school, my coach was like, I think maybe you should try out for the play or something. You seem like a good singer.
That's all good stuff. We welcome you back to this week's show, Judd. And we're going to step aside. Alex, how about for you? We're talking about beginnings and influence. How did music become this big part of your life?
Well, I have to take it back to my family. Every summer we go up to New Hampshire, have this wonderful family reunion, and depending on the generation, you would get a different style of music. So if it was the greatest generation, we were playing a lot of 40s and 50s jazz, getting the keyboards out and the saxophones out. If it was my folks' generation, we were playing more acoustic music of the 60s and 70s and that kind of thing. And so I grew up on that and really loved it. And in fact, my uncle he went to Moravian. And he actually used to play at Godfrey Daniels when it first opened.
Wow. With
John Gorka and Rich Schindel and Russ Rentler. They all had a band together. So I heard about this amazing place, Godfrey Daniels, growing up. And, so it's really fun
And
to...
here you are, right?
Yeah, and here we are, yeah. We're going to play some music.
What experience you're going to share with us going to break?
So this is a song from the road called I'm a Pistol, but this is where the Wander and Never Wonder Why lyric comes from. It's a compilation of stories of playing on the street in Charlottesville, having a near miss with some tractor trailers in Boston, and a couple other subjects.
Sounds like quite a journey. Alex Radus will be back with more. Stay with us.
Shot down old ugly hat on the street in Charlottesville. She watched me from the crowd, said, I love the way you kill. Now you come home with me, you could use a little rest. Hosted my guitar and I fell asleep on the breast. But the tractor trailers haunt me as I come around the turn. Made me hit them brakes so hard you think by now I'd learn. I'm burning gasoline, but I don't need to say goodbye. I'm a young man, I'm a pistol, and I'll never die. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a young man, and I'll never die. They say I never had a chance to be a kid. They say I used to smile and then I never did. But I settled all that on the road to West Virginia. You can't stay angry once Monongahela hits you. Then I run away from Stanton, said don't fix your mistakes. Let the cracks be cracks, the cracks are where the soul escapes. And he poured me a melody, so cracked it made me cry. I'm a young man, I'm a pistol, and I'll never die. Ooh. I'm a young man and I'll never die. My Uncle Alexander gave me his name. He gave me his pocket watch where he had it engraved. They found his body but they never could explain it. He took the secret of his death to his grave. But a hotel room is as good a place to go as any railroad man or Roman picker ought to know. It's a hell of a thing to wander and never wonder why. I'm a young man, I'm a pistol, and I'll never die. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a young man, and I'll never die. Ooh, ooh.
Alex Radus joining us on this week's show. Judd, you mentioned good luck to you and your event coming up. How about outside of that? What else do you have to look forward to moving in your professional career?
Well, I've got another band called Hot for Robot, which is a little bit more of an alt-rock band. We're going to have a really interesting private show, but we're going to be filming it at the end of January and rolling that out on YouTube, and so that should be really interesting. Right now, just kind of a few things I'm not totally ready to announce yet, but I think there's going to be some really interesting stuff over the summer as far as different performances go. And I just released an album last spring at Zollner Arts Center, but I'm already recording another one, so I'm looking to roll out some new music this year, too.
We can use you back in here if you want to make that announcement on our show sometime in the future.
You got it. I'd love it.
Alex Radus, it was a pleasure to meet you, young man. We wish you great success.
Thank you very
Certainly
much.
hope you enjoyed this week's show. We'll see you next week on the Mike Zambelli Show. Have a great night. Alex, it's all yours.
Well, everybody wants to ask me about money, I don't know what it is. Everybody wants to know how it feels to be down and out, and I guess it's a little bit like always looking up and looking in. Is there anything else that we could talk about? Are you planning for your future? Do you have an IRA? Yeah, I got this big gray nest egg inside a hollow wooden leg for me and my future family. I got an old-fashioned house. Yeah, I got myself an old-fashioned house. Made it in Taiwan, no, they sent it on a boat. I snuck it out underneath my coat. I was talking to my grandma today. I told her about my 5-year plan. As if I've got a 5-year plan. She said, are you looking at any women seriously? Well, I say yes, but I don't think in the way you mean. And do you have a girlfriend? Have you bought a car? Do you realize you could start a small business by selling that guitar? I got the 100-meter back pedal. I'm competing on an amateur level with all the other college dropouts, but I got myself an old-fashioned house. Old-fashioned log cabin house. Made it in Taiwan, they put it on a shelf. Oh, I assembled it myself. And I was having a conversation with a man I couldn't answer. I'm learning not to answer when I don't know the answer. At least someone in Chicago is asking better questions. There's still pieces left to puzzle. He's still filling in the blanks. And he's got the woodwork, but he's got that stage fright. He's got his 2 cents in, at least someone's sleeping tonight. Me, I got an old-fashioned house. Old-fashioned log cabin house. Made it in Taiwan, oh, they put it on the shelf. I bought it because it reminded me of myself. We will get by. We will survive. I know we will get by. I know we'll get by.